Algeria is a tale and a more. Its tale differed from all the tales told. Its historical events carried many lessons for all generations. A tale that was not written on paper like all tales and stories. Rather, it was on the remnant of its valiant children. As the ink wasn't in ink, rather been the blood pumped from the hearts of its sons and daughters, that until this very moment runs in the bowels of its land. A tale whose number of pages is as equal to the remains and sacrifices of the Algerian people. 1.5 million page, one to the other, that carried sacrifices and lessons for those who pay heed.
لم يكن بوسعي بعد كل ما كابدته من سبيل التغيير أن أتخلف عن نداء الملايين من أبناء شعبنا المطالبين بإنقاذ بلادنا.
نستطيع أن نقول بأن البلاد بخير ما دمنا نشاهد في هذا البلد مثل هذه الزنود والإرادات التي تعمل وتبني وتنجز شعارها ثورة من الشعب وفي فائدة الشعب.
في وقت وصلت فيه البلاد بمؤسساتها وهيئاتها الدستورية مرحلة ارتسم معها وجه جزائر الثقة في الحاضر والأمل في المستقبل.
More than 60 years after independence is insufficient to erase the traces of the hateful, demonic crimes of an accursed colonialist, but they have marked major milestones with Algerian hands in the path towards progress and prosperity. A strong country with its people and army, raised with the arms of its faithful men and women, they wrestled the challenges in rebuilding and elevating Algeria, preserving the dignity of its people, consolidating its sovereignty, and preserving its stability. The stage of rebuilding and construction from independence to the present day was no less important than the Battle of Liberation, especially that more than 90% of Algerians were illiterate. The colonizer that dominated Algeria deprived it of all the elements for the advancement and progress. However, it could not prevent the resilient Algerian people from fronting that situation in which they rose up to the major challenges in a few years, and thus destroying the colonialism confidence that bet on paralyzing the ability of our country on managing its public affairs. Although the Battle of Renewal was arduous in building the huge workshops that were launched across the national territory to build and reconstruct the country, but the achievements and gains realized on more than one level remain a witness to the sheer will to erase the traces of destruction and the remnant of odious colonialism.
لما نتكلم عن الذاكرة نتاعنا كثير اللي يلوموا علينا. الشعب اللي ما عندوش جذور، الشعب اللي ما عندوش سلف صالح مجاهد مصيره مجهول.
جبنا 24 شهيد استرجعناهم، ولكن العدد مازال باقي 100 واش لازم نواصل. فيه ديزارشيف لازم يجوا، فيه بعض الجرائم لازم يعترف بها.
Inspired by the 1st November statement and our Constitution's doctrine, the state has paid a great and utmost attention to national memory, which is considered as a sacred national duty, so that the values remain present in the minds. With its dimensions and significance, whoever does not know their history will never be aware of the future campus. On the external level, the Algerian state worked on all levels in France, economic and humanitarian, which was truly a mirror that reflects the doctrine, principles, and values of all Algerians, through the work of the Algerian diplomacy and a strong return through various international and regional platforms. Distinguished achievements and many gains achieved by Algeria to become a successful country at the international and regional levels. From the womb of sacrifice, hope was born so that Algeria would be a successful country in its developmental takeoff to build a new Algeria, an Algeria of freedom, an Algeria of justice and of prosperity, an Algeria that has its place in this world, whose features are beginning to take shape, and to restore the prestige of the state by completing the process of institutional building and then branching out to the economic affairs in order to diversify our exports outside of hydrocarbons, which will reflect positively on the social aspect, including the morals of public life, so that the Algerian citizen has become at the core of the state's priorities, protecting his purchasing capability in a way that guarantees him a good life. The unemployment grant was included as a circumstantial solution, and wages were raised for workers as an inevitable result of the policy adopted. The path of diversifying the economy has also witnessed a strong impetus thanks to the new investment law, which liberalizes and encourages the creation of wealth and gives a special importance to the agricultural sector, including ensuring our food security, especially in light of the crisis that our world is experiencing today. Algeria has given the housing sector a top priority through various development programs, massive projects launched to build housing units, and the state has spent huge sums to solve the housing crisis. Likewise, Algeria launched vast projects in the mining sector, which are real structural projects, thus enabling the country to enter the list of the 10 largest countries in this sector. With an eye to ensure water security and water wealth in light of the existing threats and potential conflicts over water, the state worked to launch comprehensive programs for seawater desalination plants. Passing through the huge railway line that connects the north of the country and its extreme south, which will contribute to the emergence of new economic poles that will guarantee Algeria's sustainable growth. In order to achieve the goals set forth in the part related to giving the national industry an important position within the national economy, which constitutes one of the main priorities of the state, by working to build a production base extending across the entire national territory, which enables the country to embark on the path of development and respond to the requirements of various national and population sectors. People's National Army had to contribute in strengthening the national industrial fabric as a real engine for economic development in the country, developing military industries in a way that would enable the creation of job positions, thus moving towards export. In continuation of the path of developing the capabilities of our People's National Army at all levels, through implementing the program to develop our various armed forces, and then increasing their combat capabilities and their operational readiness in keeping pace with the rapid technological developments, the utmost importance has been given to the field of training and pedagogy, as well as intensifying the various methods of education in our various military formation schools to keep up with the recorded developments. Our army, our pride, our integrity, paved the way for and attained all the reasons that enable it to achieve the highest levels of strength and readiness. It has always focused on investing in the human element through a professional training system in line with the functional needs of People's National Army and corresponding to the pace of development witnessed by our armed forces at all levels, which reflects the continuous improvement of the skills and competencies of our personnel in their various categories and enabling them to have optimal control over various modern systems. Professionalism and comprehensive efficiency through the tactical exercises implementation at various levels with live ammunition and across various military regions, operational efficiency and constricted and good coordination between the various formations, in addition to the precise implementation of the various stages of these exercises. The impressive results achieved by People's National Army during recent years in the field of combating terrorism confirm the competence, strength, and ability that characterizes our detachment's elements, and the determination that drive them to rid our country of the evils of terrorism.
لحماية الجزائر وحماية خصوصا الشعب الجزائري، أمن الشعب الجزائري.
Behind these achievements was a sound, proactive vision of People's National Army High Command regarding future prospects and an extrapolation of its urgent requirements in the field of national defense and security in a way that could defend the supreme interests of the nation, guarantee its future, protect its sovereignty, provide the condition for its security and stability, and strengthen its defense system, in line with the regional and international developments and changes.
نفتخر بكل هذا اليوم ونفتخر به غدا ونفتخر به بعد غد.
What the Algerian people suffered during their glorious revolution will remain firmly rooted in the depths of every Algerian as a unified force and a deriving energy for us, generation after generation. And if strong faith and sincere patriotism and loyalty to the nation's constants is what made Algeria today continue with its firm principles and the devotion of its righteous people to the continuous development of its constitutional institutions in implementing the strategy of economic and agricultural recovery and the development of the industrial fabric within the framework of a new Algeria, effective with its institutions and strong with its People's National Army, the descendant of the National Liberation Army, which will inevitably remain at the forefront of modern armies in mindfulness and awareness of our wise leadership of the magnitude of the challenges and developments, of the magnitude of the challenges and developments in confronting all threats to preserve the integrity of the land, the sovereignty of the people, and the Shuhada's trust.